Hey Scorpio, I'm starting your reading at 1:44 a.m. I've got the cherry blossoms on the TV. Gonna see what wants to come out for the present energy. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated. First card out. The Tower. Inevitable change. The Hierophant. This feels like one of those situations where you're in something that you don't want to be in, like something you're trying to avoid that you know you can't avoid, something that you know you have to do, something you're here to do, something you know that needs to change, something that you can't get out of in some way. It's inevitable. I'll be real, this doesn't feel like an easy situation. It doesn't feel like there's any point of even giving advice on this. It feels like to give advice on this would be condescending. It's like there is no advice on this. There is no way of making this better. There is no comforting way of doing this. There is no easy road here. You're being asked to see something from a bird's eye view, from a higher perspective. Maybe through the lens of your soul. Really having to look at things like that. Almost putting your physical, your humanness aside for a minute just to get this done. It's going to take some serious strength, some confidence, commitment, courage. It feels like this is maybe asking you to be braver, be more tenacious than you've ever been. 147, this is to do with your purpose. It's like whatever this is, it could feel risky, it could feel dangerous, it could feel overwhelming. It may not be a life or death situation, but it could have your survival instincts waking up here. But it's actually, something's more dangerous to be, if it's avoided, than it is to be faced. The knowing you're protected, the knowing miracles happen. It's that you're really going to have to look at nature for this. The mountain. It's like, think of the sight, the mountain. The mountain. You are the only obstacle, you are the mountain. You are the only mountain you have to climb. The knowing you're protected, the knowing that there's a force much greater than any kind of nonsense that's going on around you, that's actually got your back to back. It's like you're more protected than maybe you're confirming with your actions right now. It's like if you really trusted that something was okay, there'd be no inner conflict here. 5 of Wands. Magician in reverse, 2 of Wands. You need to know that you're successful. You need to know that you're invincible at this time. It's like, believe it. Believe it. And that's what I'm saying about that soul lens. This isn't going to resonate for everyone, but like, even if you was trying to get out of here and there was something you needed to do here, you wouldn't really get out of here. That's going to make sense if it's meant to or it's just not. I don't know what this is about, guys. I don't know why my readings always come through like this, Ace of Wands. Every time I sit down to do a read, I'm like, oh, wait till you're more in your soft feminine era before you start jumping on this, because I don't know what I'm picking up on. But I know that we like our intuition, like each reader, regardless of what they say, it's like it's being channeled through the reader. And my mind or my intuition won't go to places that it doesn't know how to get to, if that makes sense. It's funny, it's just funny. Because it's like the lens I see myself through. When I come to sit down to do a read, it's like my intention of the reading is this idea of what I want it to be. But as much as I want it to be a certain thing, it's going to come through as it is. And maybe that's just how it's meant to be. And maybe there's something there like that. It's like you could be seeing yourself differently to how you are. It's like if you could really see yourself, if you really clearly saw yourself and really was knowing who you are right now, 152, the tree of life, there'd be no error, there'd be no worry, there'd be no fear. I get that's easier said than done, but this is the message that's coming through, so you've got to be kind of close to that point. This is just a case of getting out of the head and into the body. Your thoughts are the only thing that can drive you insane. Your thoughts are the only thing that can put you in a place you don't want to be. The thought drives the feeling drives the thought and the feeling drive the action. Rewrite the story. Do something drastic if you need to, or something random to shift the energy. Judgment. 4 cards for major arcana: Judgment, Hierophant, Tower, Yourself. In the near future, Death. What's that just come through? I've just forgot what that was. Yeah, maybe do something spontaneous. It's like, remember you're the magician, remember your own magic. And it could be in any way. It's like certain energies can't live with certain energies. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing Smurfs, the Smurfs, and Gargamel. Is that his name, I think? It's like if you look at the Smurf, if you was to put Smurfette or Papa Smurf next to Gargamel, oh dear. Just carry on, girl. If The Fool. The Fool. And even me saying this, the Smurfs. It's like, oh, why are you talking about the Smurfs? Who's this going to resonate with? This sounds silly. This sounds like the jester, the fool. You don't expect the fool. I'm just going to say exactly what's coming through because it's going to come through random. It's like an outside judgment. Who's this fool talking about the Smurfs? Look at this girl talking about the Smurfs. Some kind of childish chat. But it's like, little do they know that I'm talking about the Smurfs, but my inner belief, my inner knowing about myself is I'm Yoda. So it's like, you're laughing at me, the jester. You don't expect the jester. It's like if you're going in, you're looking for a suspect, somebody that's done something. Maybe somebody's just pulled something off. I'm seeing something in old world times. Try and follow me here. I don't know what's going on. Like medieval or whatever, that kind of era. I think that's the era that's coming through. Someone's just pulled off something that's like completely left the whole kingdom in uproar. They've pulled off the biggest scam, the biggest heist. And it's like the knights or whoever come in to find the suspect who's done this. And it's like going up and questioning all of these serious looking men. No one questions the jester. No one questions the fool. An energy so light and airy and fairy and smurfy could never also be an energy so contrasting, an energy so deep, an energy so cunning. Because it's like they don't take themselves seriously, or there's a lighter energy. What's coming through is Atlantis. It doesn't fit. Something doesn't fit when you're... It's like if you focus on something so much, you become it. You look into the abyss, you look the monster in the eye long enough, you become the monster. What you focus on grows. You start focusing on all the hate in the world, you start to feel that hate within you. There's something here about... Now I'm seeing that jester like in this hat, like this thing. It's like skipping through some kind of like war scene. It doesn't make sense. Your love, your fun, your childish essence, your inner child, your glow, your light is your strength. It's like even if Gargamel was blue, you'd feel his energy shift. You'd know he's not a Smurf. You know he's not happy and singing along. You're going to handle something. You're going to be protected from something because you're not it. You're too far away from this energetically in terms of frequency. To fall into some kind of problem that you could be worrying about falling into. Again. Yeah, Ace of Swords, the Fool, Tower, the Hierophant, Judgment, Death. It's like keep your spirit high, the jellyfish, 2 a.m. Keep your spirit high. Your aura is your home. I did a meditation the other day and literally it was like seeing this golden light around me in the shape of a home. It's like wherever you go, people can't come in unless they knock. You don't have to answer the door. So even if they want to come in, they can't come in. The door is locked. Don't let fear become a belief. Stay in celebration. The easiest way for you to lay foundations right now is to focus on celebration. Focus on rising out of something, away from something. I'm seeing some sea monster. It's like something trying to pull you under. It's like rise above this. Hanged man. The best you can do right now is shift your perspective. The all is mind. The all is mind. There's some advert, I don't know who it is, some ginger guy. That really narrows it down, doesn't it? But it always used to come up when I very first, no, I don't even know when, like some years ago through the spiritual awakening journey. And I was guided to click on this advert every minute of every day, and I never clicked on it because the guy's voice irritated me so much, 202. But it irritated me because I knew I should click on it, but it was like, oh, not another thing, what's this? It was like, the ancients knew that the all is mind. I'm going to teach you these techniques. I never clicked on him still. This is like 4 years later. I need to go and find that advert. There's probably one little message in this advert that would, in this, whatever the advert was linked to. Could have saved me some kind of years of pain. 9 of Cups, the Fool. Things like that. 2 of Swords, external influences. Don't let some situation get you down to the point that you let some kind of victim mindset or frustration lead to some kind of self-sabotage, like telling yourself you're not going to do it because you're pissed, not going to do whatever it is. The Empress in reverse. She wants to go in reverse, then she wants to turn around. The Lovers. A choice to be made. This feels like crossroads energy. The Chariot, the outcome. Oh, feels like leaving a version of yourself behind. Having to let go of something, some kind of identity. It means like starting again, refresh, renewal, going on some kind of adventure. Ace of Swords, Chariot. One choice is going to have you stuck, but it feels comfortable because it's known. The other choice is going to feel like a loss. It's going to feel uncomfortable. What is that going to say? The uncomfortable choice. What is this? Is the dream. The dream. Strength, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. You've done something so much. You know where it ends, you know where it leads, you know what it is. It's like even if it's comfortable, if it's a choice of staying in this miserable, uncomfortable, this miserable comfort forever, or taking a risk, doing something new, moving in a new direction. Even if it means like grieving your old self in some way, or like maybe it's changing location, moving away from family, moving away from some kind of community. But it's like you're being asked to take some kind of path to Magician, Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords. There's certain opportunities, there's certain justice in your favour, there's certain things you've asked for. These things that are happening now, it may feel like you're being pushed like back in a corner, pushed against a wall. It's like being left with no option but to make some kind of decision. Feeling the pressure of like countdown energy, Nine of Swords. Knowing that it's like time's ticking. That you need to make a decision. It's like the Hermit. It's like it does feel like change now. Like there's an opportunity for you to change, to go in a new direction, to do something differently, to start something again. If something's crumbled, seeing that as a blessing. That you haven't got to rebuild it. Something's crumbled or something's changing, not because it's meant to be fought to, not because you're meant to fight to keep it the same. The reason it's crumbled is because you've now become aware. That thing of when we become conscious of certain things, that it's like, that's when things start to shift. It's very easy to stay in some kind of rut when you're not aware that you're in the rut. As soon as you become consciously aware you're in the rut and you know you want better and you're energetically stating you want better with feelings, actions, thoughts, things will start to shift to align you with better. It feels like something's aligning you with better. But it means letting go of everything you've ever known. Or that's how it feels. Even if it's just letting go of one thing, it feels like this thing feels like the be-all and end-all. It needs to be released in order to create space for some kind of blessing that's coming in. Hermit. Yeah, Five of Wands. There's something about like you can't take on the world, or you can't take on the weight of the world, you can't fight everyone or fight everything, or it's like there's certain fights that are just not your burden, or there's certain ways about going about things. It's like, what's the point of fighting a fight if there's a high percentage that you're not going to win? What's the point of fighting a fight? It's like, what does a fight really resolve? What does violence really resolve? Is there a better way? Is there another way? Because it feels like living a life in survival, something dissatisfying, still being successful, still accomplishing certain things, but being in a place of resistance, being in a place of survival. It's like, where's this going to end? Feels like trenches, that kind of energy, Three of Swords. It's like something can't go on like this and you be able to thrive. Think of the long-term plan. Something needs to be sustainable, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. The Devil. Yeah, it's like let go of those things that are holding you down. Anything that's draining you mentally, emotionally. Five of Cups, Five of Swords, the Devil. It's like these things need to be released so things can balance out in the physical. And it's like the spiritual and the material are one, depending how you look at something. There's something about shifting your mindset, letting go of a way of thinking, a way of viewing things. Be mindful of your thoughts. What do you think about every day? What are you feeding? How can you distract yourself? What I was saying about that jester energy, completely changing the narrative. It's like, for example, when I found myself in really dark places, or like feeling scared, feeling away about different things, whatever it is over the years. Whether when being in some kind of abusive situation or recovering from some kind of trauma. Finding out about certain things that are going on. In suspense, thinking something bad's gonna happen. I will choose an energy to focus on. Could be anything. This isn't a way of dealing with the root of the issue, but it can help to shift. So it's like if my thoughts and feelings are consumed with some kind of violence, hurt, anger, I'll go back to like a childhood film, or I'll pick an era, like the 60s, the 90s, the 70s, the whatever. Or I'll pick a scene from a film that makes me feel a certain kind of way. I'll find the song in that film, I'll put the song on. And it could be something silly. I've done this recently. I'm trying to think what I've used, but I think it was Princess Diaries. That song Miracles Happen. It's like something light, something so contrasting. And like dance around to it, be silly, that jester energy. Or I'll put a song on I used to listen to when I was younger, or that I'd used to perform to when I was younger. Or put on like some kind of outfit that matches that. It's kind of like a role play energy. Certain energies that really feed off fear. It's like can't bring you down when you really are in that carefree energy. And it's like, follow your intuition. Be the light in the dark. You choose the narrative. You can turn on the light. It's like when a child's going to sleep, or they wake up from a nightmare and it's dark. I've mentioned this before. It's like feeling scared, or even an adult, feeling overwhelmed. It's like really believing that monster's there. And maybe it is. But then you turn on the light and you tell yourself it's good, and it is good. It's like you choose to turn on that light, be that light. If you're in a horror film, it's like watching a horror film and then Barney the dinosaur walks across the screen. It's like it's not expected, it doesn't fit, it doesn't work, it's not scary anymore. It's not scary anymore. Barney's here, guys. It's like, be Barney. But not in like in a very sovereign way of just, it feels like you're really being asked to embody the knowing. that you're good, and kind of just what will be will be. And you can't have any regrets if you're doing what's right for you, if you're following your intuition, if you're following your own path, your own vision, your own feeling. Now I'm seeing Harry Potter. What is this? I don't know if this, it could be anything. It could be the smallest little thing. Some kind of moany neighbour, or it could be something serious. Like, it could be something heavy, very heavy. I'm getting lots of different things come through. I'm not going to go there. But one step at a time. Don't try and foresee things coming and actually create them to come. It's like, just stay in the present moment. Do you. Ace of Pentacles. Release, number 13. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much. Loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. Ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. And the Four of Summer, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. 444. The Dreamer, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. Two of Cups wanting to come out on that. What is this? Something is like, you know, you could be feeling guided to commit to something, whether it's a business, whether it's a decision, whether it's a person, whatever it is. You know that something is calling you, something you feel drawn to, something is your truth. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Seeing something as a burden. Something's going to be a huge commitment. It's like deciding if you want to go towards this, because it means something ending. It means feeling vulnerable. Some of you, this could be a relationship. Something new. The Magician, the Fool. Ooh. It's a beautiful energy. End to anxiety. The Wheel of Fortune. 220. But it's like taking some time to decide what you really want, what's fulfilling to you. Whatever this commitment is, it feels like it could be causing anxiety. Not wanting to, feeling like you can't come out of something if you go into it. Maybe it's a contract, that kind of thing. The Emperor, 3-7, Temperance, 2 of Cups. Something for that. What is that? Star. Pray on this. That's what's coming through. Pray on this. If you're feeling vulnerable about something, pray on this. The answer's within you. But this decision is bigger than what you realize, because it's like whatever this thing is, it's either going to lead to something else. It's going to be different for each of you. But it's like whatever this is, whether you say yes to this or you say no to this, it's going to have a knock-on effect, a domino effect, either way. So it's like being mindful that you're making a decision from a higher mind. What do you actually want for yourself moving forward? The dragonfly coming out of illusion and the frog cleansing. Transmutation. Feels like a whole new world. The horse, power, 222. Some kind of initiation going on here. The butterfly, metamorphosis, transformation. Something about the butterfly. Ask yourself what stage you're at. Are you in the cocoon? Is it time to take flight? Are your wings drying off? You need to chill for a minute. It's like be mindful of where you're at. Ask yourself where you're at right now. Asking yourself the right questions as well. It's like a lot of the time, it's not that we haven't got the answer, it's that we're not asking ourselves the right question. You already know something. Something's already been learned. Something's already been integrated. It may be time to reflect on those past lessons. The salmon. It's like having to grieve that past version of yourself. But also it's like that past version of yourself is your greatest mentor. Don't be put in some kind of illusion that something was a waste of time. It's all been necessary. It's all been part of the puzzle. It's paved the way for you to be in your power. With the death card in the near future. This stripy seagull's back on his TV. I need to find out what this bird's called. Some long towel. The bird even have a towel. It's a little towel feather. I can feel it every time it comes up. I need to find out what it is. I know I researched it before, but I don't know. Embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. Yeah, so energy creates energy. Spark your own fire right now. The more it's like sometimes you have to intentionally feel good. That thing about how that psychological thing of like the Superman pose or the smile on your face, shoulders back, smile on your face. Think of the most saddest thing you can think of with a big smile on your face and your shoulders back. It's like you can't get sad. As much as you try to, it's like you can't. It's like even if you have to delusional yourself, put yourself in some kind of delusion. Do that first. It's like, yeah, as other feelings come up, be mindful of that. But set the intention, set the tone. Do something to create a shift, to spark good feeling. And then capitalize on that. It's an important time to guard against being self-centered, over-opinionated or pushy. Moon in Leo, Moon in Pisces. Beware of indulging in negative or depressive tendencies. Waxing Moon. Now is a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. It feels like finding natural highs of nature. It's not about not doing things to feel good, but about doing things that actually genuinely feel good, not some kind of like false, kind of like how if you have a drink, how it kind of, it's like a false happiness. It feels like really getting to that place of contentment. Yeah, something feels stressful. It feels like it's going to take conscious action and intention to be happy. And it's like, that's okay, that's necessary. Happiness is a choice. Happiness doesn't necessarily come easily, but it will be easy once you make that the focus. It will get easier. A new beginning or even a new life may be blooming. The cow. Number 11, Lovia. Page number 18. He is very inventive, developing ideas and applying them in a practical way day to day. He is celebrated for his actions, enhancing his personality. With each new experience in life, he has strong, lasting feelings for the people with whom he relates, and an immense capacity for love. Planet Uranus. Reasons for invoking: to foresee outbreaks of nerves, to protect against storms and lightning bolts, to protect against pride and slander, to defeat adversaries and overcome our weaknesses, to rebuild friendships, to protect us from fraud. Page number 18. Being guided to read the upside down version. With a passion for philosophy, he easily understands the world around him and is able to make excellent contact with others. He will face up to great challenges. New beginning, again, split the deck, the dreamer. Ego, number 15, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear or worry. An awakening, number 12. Change the way you're looking at the situation, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.